Hello, welcome to Comcast Newsmakers, bringing you news and information from people making a difference in our communities. I'm Beverly Weaver, and joining me now is Jennifer Kuehner, acting co-director for the Aurora History Museum.
Yep.
Welcome, Jennifer. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about a new exhibit that you have going on right now. It's called The Story of Navajo Baskets. Sounds very Colorado.
Yes. It's focusing on the Navajo culture and the baskets that they make that are very ceremonial, very traditional, but then they're also moving into making baskets that are a much more modern take on their historic traditions. And so it's an exhibit actually that we got from the Dolores, Colorado, from the Anasazi Heritage Center. It's a BLM site, and they do a lot of work with the cultures down there. And the Navajo culture is right south of where Dolores is. And so we borrowed the exhibit from them, which is just panels that have text, both in English and Navajo, to explain the traditions. And then we borrowed baskets from the Denver Museum of Nature and Science and from the University of Colorado Natural History Museum to include.
Yeah, so you really have a nice display. How many pieces are we talking with the exhibit overall?
The exhibit, the baskets themselves are about 24 pieces, and they represent baskets from all the different historic periods. So they're baskets that go way back 100 years even into some of their early traditions of these wonderful water containers that were covered in pitch, and they would carry water from the rivers because it was a very arid climate in New Mexico and Arizona. And so we have some of those, but then we also have some of the very traditional wedding baskets, which are real colorful with white and brown and black and red colors that are still used in the wedding ceremonies in the Navajo culture.
And that is such a neat piece of history, because really almost all cultures did have some basket weaving at some time.
Yeah, all the native tribes tried and did basket weaving, pottery, all sorts of different crafts, and they all have different meanings for the different cultures. And for the Navajo people, these are one of their most important ceremonial pieces. They use them in almost every ceremony. There's a basket involved.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why is it important for the museum to display artifacts like this? Important to do exhibits like this?
Well, the Aurora History Museum is focused a lot on culture, on multicultural events, exhibits, because Aurora is one of the most diverse of the city's suburbs. We have something like 70 different cultures represented in Aurora, and so we try and feature exhibits that would talk to some of those cultures, to introduce an aspect of that culture in an exhibit that people that can then learn about not only those cultures that live in Aurora, but cultures around the western states.
Right, and it does attract people in the community who want to come see that piece of their culture.
And luckily we're free, so it attracts not only those that can afford it, but those that can't.
Exactly.
So it's a great way for people to come and learn and kind of appreciate their own culture or another culture in the community, but then also participate in their local museums.
Exactly. Where is the Aurora History Museum?
We are located right next door to the Central Library in Aurora. So we're on Alameda between Sable and Chambers. So it's just off of I-225 on East Alameda.
And as I understand it, you're the only museum in Aurora.
We are, yes. We're very proud of that fact and wish we were bigger to represent Aurora better. But it's a wonderful place just to come, and we have a children's room where you can spend time with your family, and then we have usually 3 exhibits that are on display at any one time.
Yeah, well, that's a neat attraction. Are you finding, Jennifer, that there is more support for local museums these days with the economy being bad? You mentioned free, which is a big word for people now.
There is a lot of community sports for the museum. Unfortunately, financially, there isn't as much. There are grants out there for some small museums, and specifically since we're a history museum, there are grants, federal grants especially, that we can apply for. But it's struggling, as everyone else is in this economy, and so we are hoping that the community support will even increase.
Yeah.
We have several projects coming up this next year that we're hoping we'll be able to raise some extra money.
Tell me a little bit about expansion. You're working on that.
Yes, we have a trolley that we're restoring right now, and we're actually trying to expand the museum building to put this large 18,000-pound trolley into our permanent exhibit. So
that would be very neat. Where can people go to get more information?
Our website is the best place. It's www.auroramuseum.org.
All right, Jennifer Kuehner, acting co-director of the Aurora History Museum. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much.
And thanks for watching Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Beverly Weaver.